Hi everybody. I've been on holiday, so I'm a little bit late with these readings. I prepared everything before I went. And then when I was on holiday, I just couldn't find a place that I felt comfortable. I like it in my own space here with all my stuff around me. And I just couldn't get into reading. It was just such a lot of noise from the aircon, from people by the pool. And yeah, it didn't work for me. So sorry it's a little bit late, but hopefully going to be something here for you. Had a lovely time, apart from the flight back, which was a bit horrendous. Only because the flight was delayed and we had to skirt around some terrible thunderstorms, and we were impacted on arrival as well because some flights have been diverted from Birmingham to where I live, in the East Midlands. So claiming our baggage and everything was a bit of a hassle, but we got back safely. So all's good. Anyway, on to the readings. As always, I'm going to read a bit from the Moonology Diary, just let you know what's happening with this full moon, which is a blue moon, but apparently it doesn't have it's not very significant that it's a blue moon. It just means that there's 2 full moons in 1 month. And I'm going to be using the Sufi tarot today because I don't know why I was drawn to this one. I don't use it very often, but again, I go with what, intuitively what I'm feeling. And I'm going to pull you, I'm going to look at what's challenging you and what's blessing you. And then I'm going to take an oracle card for a message from Spirit. So for each of the zodiac signs, and I will timestamp it, but let's get on with the reading. I've just got notes here, which I will read from. It says, a blue moon intensifies energy, bringing powerful endings, revelations, and emotional clarity. In Sagittarius, this full moon highlights truth, freedom, growth, and bold new perspectives. Okay. In the Moonology Diary, Yasmin Boland says, believe in the impossible, forgive the unforgivable, and healing. So we've got the F word there. She says a blue moon isn't important astrologically, neither is the fact that there are 2 full moons in a calendar month. However, it's symbolic, and life is all about symbolism. We're all connected to life everywhere. How you do one thing is how you do everything. Everything is interconnected, and so on. Use the blue moon energy around you now to achieve that one thing you thought you never would. Better yet, use it to forgive that one person you thought you never would. I know this is a hard one, but think of it like this. Maybe the person was raised in a way that didn't bring out their best qualities. If you can understand that whoever has hurt you either had no idea of what they were doing or just did it anyway because they're not that great a person in this lifetime, then it's easier for you to accept what happened and move on. Better still, if you can take some responsibility for whatever occurred between you, it will make the process a lot easier. The exercise on the following, I'll tell you that in a minute. Something that will take you through this process, and it's quite simple and easy to follow. So there is an excellent link between Mercury, the planet of communications, and Chiron, the healing planetoid. Planetoid? I always call it planet, but there you go. Under this full moon, this can be interpreted 2 ways. For a start, it means that more than ever, laughter is the best medicine, isn't it always? It's lovely if you can laugh about something, isn't it? Especially when it comes to releasing past upsets. It also means that a healing conversation can happen now. Under this rare moon, take a moment to be brutally honest with yourself. Who have you been able to forgive because of what they did for you as unforgivable? Say their name out loud. Close your eyes and picture them. See them as someone who is doing their best, even if they're failing miserably and behaving abominably. Maybe they're just not that evolved. Perhaps they're playing their cards as best they can, despite their flaws. Perhaps they're feeling desperate. Maybe they made a terrible mistake that they now recognise and regret. Through this lens, can you make the decision to forgive them? If you do, you discover that forgiveness frees you. Okay? Yeah. I'm just going to add a proviso to that. If it's absolutely unforgivable and it still hurts you, then if you can't forgive them, then let it go. Do a ritual, a letting go ritual or something like that. Just close the door on it, okay? Don't let it keep impacting on your life. Don't keep going over it in your mind all the time. So this, she's basically saying that there's a lot about forgiveness here, even when people have done you wrong. And sometimes, they don't always know. And sometimes they're scared to reach out. I've been in that position because you don't want to be rejected. If you want to apologise to somebody, you don't know how they're going to react. It is hard, but it's easier. It is easier. Believe me, I've done it myself. If you actually just say you're sorry, can we put a line under it? Yeah, I was out of order. I was wrong, and forgive yourself as well. Okay, so now let's get on with the readings, and I'm going to start with Aries. I'm not doing them in water signs, blah blah blah. Just going to go straight through the zodiac because that's the way I printed it out here for each of the signs. Now, Aries, starting with Aries, let's have a look. What does Spirit want you to know? Oh, let me just timestamp it. Just bear with me a second, please. Right, I have blessed these cards and shuffled them. So the notes I've got here, I'm not sure which house the moon's in, but adventure and expansion's calling you. This is a time to take risks, explore new opportunities and broaden your horizons, Aries. So, what's challenging you, Aries? And what's blessing you? Challenging you is the Nine of Coins. Okay. This is accepting that you've got everything you need, and acknowledging that you've done great all by yourself. You don't need anybody else. This is about stability and what you've done to make your life better and more stable in the material world, financially. Yet recognizing that you're not recognizing or acknowledging your own blessings, really. Okay, so that's your challenge, is to accept more of, that you can do it. You've got everything. You can make things happen for yourself, Aries. Okay, don't need anybody else. And what's blessing you is the Ace of Swords. That looks a bit of a grim card, doesn't it? But I don't feel that vibe from it. I think this is finally cutting through and maybe acknowledging at last, that you have got the sunshine, you've got everything here. You can do it on your own. You don't need somebody else to support you. So if you're a single person, or whether you're in a relationship, you don't need other people's advice or input. You can do it by yourself, okay? And this is you getting clarity. This is what's blessing you. Just cutting through the BS and finding the light there. If you're feeling that things have been dark, a lot of gloomy clouds around you, like a doom and gloom and feeling depressed, you can cut through that, okay? And let's have a look what Spirit wants you to know. This is the Whispers of the Ocean Oracle. I'm using this because I've been on holiday. But it's a nice little deck. And let's have a look. What does Spirit want Aries to know right now, please? Right, Aries, you've got rediscover your zeal. And that goes quite nicely with the Nine of Coins, doesn't it? Because that was your challenge. I'm just going to read it, if I can read the small print. Pay attention to the passion you're feeling for discovery, learning, exploration, spirituality, travel, your work on your relationships, Passion and desire go together, especially as inspiration. That's a gorgeous card, isn't it? And it fits so well with this, adventure and expansion calling to you. Time to take risks, explore new opportunities, broaden your horizons, and yeah, do it on your own if you need to. Okay, Aries, that's what I've got for you. I hope this helps. Hi, Taurus. Welcome to Dog Star Tarot. This full moon signifies deep emotional transformation that's unfolding for you. Release your fears, unhealthy attachments, and reclaim your personal power. So, if you listen to the introduction, there was a bit about forgiveness there as well. So, that might be part of the emotional transformation for you. So, what does Spirit want you to know? What's your challenge right now? And what's your blessing? Your challenge is the Ten of Staffs, the Ten of Wands. This is about putting down, burdens, things that have been like weighing heavily on you for a long time, where you feel like you're never getting a break, you're never catching a break, nothing ever, you're just not getting there. You feel like you're taking 2 steps forward, 1 step back. But it's time to put down that burden, especially an emotional burden. Okay, so if something's been preying on your mind, let it go. Okay, that's your challenge. And what's your blessing? Mizan. I think that's judgment. Yeah, it is. It's judgment in the Rider-Waite Tarot. Look at that. This is about transformation. Yeah, something new happening. Butterflies are always about transformation. Okay, and again, here in the notes, I've got deep emotional transformations unfolding. So this is a great card, recognizing that it's almost like starting over. Have we got that? Yeah, releasing fears, unhealthy attachments. Look, flying away from the things that are kind of holding you back. They like mummies, aren't they? Just about like resurrection almost. Finding your spark again, Taurus, reclaiming your personal power, as it says. So what does Spirit want you to know? Let's have a look. Empower yourself. Tune in to your personal power. You're more than able to handle the situations facing you. Allow yourself to be the strong, beautiful person you're capable of being. Look at that. How gorgeous is that, Taurus? I hope this helps. Hi, Gemini. Welcome to Dog Star Tarot. Let's have a look at what Spirit wants you to know. The full moon I don't know which house it's in, but what's important for you is that relationships are coming into focus. Honest conversations bring clarity about commitments and future direction. And if you listen to the introduction from the Moonology Diary, there is an element of forgiveness there. So have a listen to that if you haven't. See if it has some bearing on what the cards say. So yeah, relationships. So what does Spirit want you to know? What is your challenge? And what's blessing you? Right, your challenge is 3 of Wands. Moving on. This is not like leaving something behind. This is you've done the preparation. You're ready for the next step. You're ready to take the next step, okay? You're just waiting for the right time, waiting for your ship to come in, okay? And your challenge is there's 3 ships there as well. I think that the challenge is choosing the right one, choosing the right direction to go in, okay? So that's going to be your challenge. And what's your blessing? Oh, you've got the King of Cups. Okay. This is lovely, particularly for a relationship. We did say relationships coming into focus. Honest conversations needed. Okay, so you might have a choice to make here, Gemini. Okay, so if you've got a choice, be careful. I get a feeling, particularly with the relationship, this is something that's sort of kind of hidden from you. This is a waterfall, but it feels like there's a veil here. There's something you're not seeing about someone who is emotionally stable and right for you. And I think this is about getting clarity with which way you're headed with this particular relationship. Okay, but it is somebody there who's emotionally stable and ready for a relationship. What does Spirit want you to know? What else does Spirit want you to know? This is from the Whispers of the Ocean Oracle. And it's kind of got a bit of a sea theme, as you can see, because I've been on holiday. What does Spirit want you to know? Clearing the excess. You're entering a transitional phase and would benefit from clearing away excess clutter, whether it's in your physical body or your physical space. Okay, again, that goes nicely with this, you know, being clear about where you're going, you know, and again, seeing through the stuff that's perhaps hidden from you. Okay, so just be clear about where you're going. I hope this helps, Gemini. Hi Cancer, welcome to Dogstar Tarot. For this full moon, your routines and well-being need attention. Create healthier habits and restore balance in your daily life. Oh wow, okay. Well, I'm a Cancerian and I'm actually trying to do that. Trying to eat more healthily and do some more exercise. And also, yeah, kind of get into a better routine with my, you know, settled in my new place now, and but my routine's gone out of kilter, especially since I've been on holiday. So yeah, I need to get back to that. So what do we have for Cancer? What's challenging you? And what's blessing you? I'm going to take both of those. Right, so the challenge is, oh, the Alchemist. Okay, that's the Magician. Your challenge is that you're not recognising your own capability. You know, you've got everything at your disposal to manifest your dreams, really, but you're not realising that. You're not acknowledging that. He's consulting the books again here, but he actually doesn't need to. He knows instinctively what he needs to do. So your challenge is to accept that you know where you're going, what you're doing, and just push forward. And especially, you know, with regard to creating better habits and everything, stop. I get a feeling that overthinking, you know, reinventing the wheel every time. You don't need to do that. Just get it done, sort it out. And what's blessing you? You've got the Sultan. He's the Emperor. Okay, the Emperor's about strategy. I might have a look in the book, actually. Yeah, strategy, common sense, doing things methodically, and you know, making sure that you benefit. Okay, stop putting everybody else first. Okay, time to stop doing that, and it's time to you know, put yourself in the driving seat. Don't do stuff that doesn't benefit you right now. You know, think about yourself, particularly with your healthy habits and restoring balance. And also you got the seven of coins. Okay, this for me is the juice worth the squeeze card. Is it worth doing? Is it worth carrying on with what you're doing? I'm feeling that you need to change things up. You need to look at things a little bit differently here, Cancer. Yeah, perhaps it's time to kind of think, okay, I'm going to let that go now. I don't need to keep doing that, you know. Focus on you, okay? Because you can't give if you're not, you know, you can't pour from an empty cup, an empty vessel, okay? So do what's right for you, okay? And that is a major arcana as well. So, yeah, stop focusing on stuff that's irrelevant. Have a bit of confidence in yourself. I'm just going to read this Sultan in here because it is a little bit different to the Rider-Waite. What is he for? He's the Emperor. Yeah, stability, power, protection, authority. Could be a father figure. Standing up for your beliefs. Time to take calculated action for your own success. Okay, set your affairs in order. He rules by serving, but taking care of things at the same time. Represents reason and logic. So it's all about helping, serving, listening to, and delivering the needs of people. Okay, now I said, you know, for me this time, it's about focusing on yourself. Okay. Before you can focus on other people. Some things you've got to let other people do it themselves, okay? So let's see what Spirit wants you to know. I'm using the Whispers of the Ocean Oracle. Rediscover your zeal. Pay attention to the passion you're feeling for discovery, okay? Learning, exploration, spirituality, travel, your work or your relationships. Passion and desire go together, especially as inspiration. Okay, so for me, I just feel that this is about working on yourself, taking care of yourself first, Cancer. I hope this helps. Next up, we've got Leo. What does Spirit want Leo to know, please and thank you? At the moment, the moon is, for you, the full moon is about creativity, romance and joy being illuminated, expressing yourself boldly and following what really inspires you. That sounds good. So what's going to be challenging you, Leo? And what's blessing you, please? Right, your challenge is the Five of Cups. Okay. Not appreciating the good things in your life. Kind of. Sometimes I feel that this is about you being a little bit spoiled. You're not acknowledging that you have, you know, you're focusing too much on what's gone wrong instead of focusing on what's still, you know, what's working right. Okay. So it's about, for me, this is about your challenges to change your focus, stop focusing on the bad stuff and focus on the good stuff, okay? Changing your perspective a little bit, Leo. And what's your blessing? Seven of Cups. Okay. Now, sometimes for me, this is about, you can see she's like, you've got her head in her hands. She doesn't know what to pick. But I think there's a lot there for you. A little bit of a warning here, okay? It could be about like fantasy thinking, you know. There's too much on offer here, okay? You have got a lot here. You need to make a choice. Leo, you've got to decide, you know, you can't have it all, basically. You can have some of it, but not all of it, okay? So pick out what's most important, decide on what's most important and focus on that. Because you've got so much going on, you know, just look at what really does inspire you, what you're drawn to, what, you know, maybe even make a list of pros and cons of your choices. You've got a lot on offer here, so you know, don't just sit back and, because if you don't make a decision, the universe will make a decision for you. It'll be taken out of your own hands, and not making a decision is making a decision to let someone else do it for you. So what does Spirit want you to know, Leo? Oh, shared inspiration. Nice one. Throw yourself into a new project. Be willing to let go of time constraints and rules, and really be aware of whatever fulfills your heart. Okay, that's a really pretty card, that. So yeah, you know, find out which one do you want most. You've got so much on offer, you've got to make a decision. Okay, so that's what I've got for you, Leo. I hope this helps. Next up, we've got Virgo. So Virgo, the full moon is focusing on your home and family at the moment. That's going to take priority for you. Emotional healing and stronger foundations are supported now. Okay, so might take some forgiveness. If you haven't listened to the introduction, there's a little bit there in the Moonology Diary about forgiveness and how to forgive if you're finding it difficult. So what does Spirit want you to know, Virgo? What is challenging you? And what's blessing you? Right, your challenge is the Three of Swords. Okay. Something's hurt you very badly. Something that hurt you deeply. But don't look at that, the heart. Can you see that heart? It's still there, it's still beating. The hurt is, this is about emotional hurt, okay? Not physical pain. In this deck, for me, this is about, yeah, emotional pain, heartbreak, sadness over something. And your challenge is to still hold love in your heart. And I think forgiveness is going to be important. So yeah, hold on to the love, hold on to your heart. Don't let what's happened to you harden you, okay? Don't let it close you off to love. Oh, and what's blessing you is the King of Wands, okay? He's lovely. Passionate, exciting. Yeah, it's somebody who's kind of a little bit fiery, but he's in control, okay? So it's someone who's full of enthusiasm, okay? So, you know, and this could be your energy, you know, you're kind of like going from this place of darkness into this place of, you know, a bit of excitement about the possibilities, something that kind of lights your fire a little bit. And yeah, just, he knows how to control fire, and he knows how to control his passions and everything. So it's also very creative energy, this sort of king of Wands. For some of you, it might be a connection with a fire sign, which is Aries, Sagittarius, or Leo, okay? But yeah, I'm just going to look in the book. This Shah of Staffs. This is a little bit different, the Sufi Tarot. A wee bit different to the Rider-Waite. So let me see if there's something here that maybe I haven't. Yeah. This is the King of Fire, radiating warm, vibrant, vital energy, passion and courage, natural leader, visionary, blah, 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 blah. You're being alerted to a strong, motivated energy, okay? The message asks you that you be patient with yourself, and with others, because the fire in you can scald either you or other people, okay? It says the Sufis use breathwork as a spiritual practice to slow down overly critical, chattering minds and bring us into alignment with our peaceful, contented self. To slow down doesn't mean losing our fire. It means we've learned how to tame it. I love that for you, Virgo. So I hope that helps. Oh, let's do you what else does Spirit want you to know? Polite declaration. Ooh, this card's so cute. I'm going to read it. I can't see it. It's very small. You can move in whatever direction you need to accomplish your goals. It's time for you to get out there, claim what's yours and stay in your power. Okay, so time to leave the heartbreak in the past. Okay, just tame your fiery energy a little bit. But yeah, I love that for you. Okay, Virgo, I hope this helps. Hi Libra, welcome to Dog Star Tarot. The full moon for you is about, it's highlighting communication, okay? And reminding you to speak your truth, share your ideas and trust your intuition. So what does Spirit want you to know? Just want to look at what's challenging you and what's blessing you. Oh, can you hear the sirens out there? Sounds like the police are chasing somebody. Right, Libra, what's challenging you? This is the Knight of Wands. Okay, there's a butterfly. Whenever I get butterflies, whenever butterflies appear in cards, there's always some sort of element of transformation here. And staffs are wands, they're fire signs, sort of fiery energy. And he looks like he's going around in circles a little bit, that you're not sure how to get to your goal, okay? You've got something like burning desire here, something you're really feeling passionate about. You don't quite know how to get there, okay? Let's have a look what's blessing you. Okay, you've got the Five of Staffs. This is the Five of Wands, and it's about unhealthy competition I'm getting, okay? That there are, it could be your own thoughts, but I just feel that, now why is this a blessing? I'm going to have to take another card for you, Libra. I feel that everybody's kind of racing towards, they're all racing towards a similar goal. They're all trying to win, aren't they? Not caring about each other. They just want to get there first, okay? So there's some kind of, yeah, I feel that you're going to have to, as it says, speak your truth, okay? And trust your intuition. And it might mean that you have to push forward regardless of other people. But I'm going to take another card because I'm not happy with that. I don't feel, kind of treading on other people. For me, it's not the way forward. Okay, right, 13. I think in the Rider-Waite, this is a death card, okay? But death is not about physical death, it's about transformation. Something here is like moving from a place that's really barren, where you're not feeling excitement, you're not seeing clearly, to a place where there is that clarity and enlightenment. I'm going to look in the book though, because I think this is I think it's a death card. I'm sure it is 13. Yeah, it's about transformation, change, ending, rebirth, renewal, and letting go of the past. You're being asked to accept change, surrender, and detach. Okay, so yeah, detach from this kind of energy where you're feeling overwhelmed and too many people, and this is your blessing, remember. Okay, so it's a blessing to detach, make your own way, okay? Focus on your own goals, and this is not a time for teamwork, I don't think. I think this is a time where you've got to perhaps move away from that team, to find out where you're going. Embrace the unknown. Remove any fear surrounding the inevitable and look forward to it as a state of meditation. The ending of one phase is always the beginning of another, just as death is always followed by rebirth. Okay, so it says stop resisting. Stop going round in circles, okay? Stop resisting. Go with the flow. Let things just naturally fall away, okay? This isn't a big dramatic change, but it is something you need to let go of. You need to strike out on your own, I feel, and put yourself first. One or two people have had that. So what else does Spirit want you to know? Oh, help appears in various ways. There's support for you. Sometimes you may get so adrift that you forget to look to the support systems that are with you continually. Okay. So, when this transformation happens, you're not going to be doing it all by yourself. You're going to have people to support you, but put yourself first. And as it says, speak your truth, share your ideas, and trust your intuition. Okay, Libra, I hope this helps. Hi, Scorpio. This full moon is about money, stability, and self-worth for you. It's all coming into focus. About recognising your value and releasing scarcity thinking. It might be time to put a pound or two on the lotto. Okay. So what's your challenge? And I'm going to take those two because they kind of wanted to come out together. And what's blessing you? Right, your challenge, Scorpio, is Queen of Cups and the 10 of Wands, 10 of Staffs. Okay, so this is putting down some kind of burden, and it might be an emotional burden here, where you've got this kind of, this is a lovely energy, this Queen of Cups. She's a very stable emotionally, okay? But if this is your energy, perhaps you've been feeling less than stable. Perhaps you've been feeling overburdened with other people's emotions, other people's feelings, and not wanting to hurt other people's feelings, or just dealing with your own emotions about a particular person. This is your challenge, okay? But your challenge is, for me, is like putting down, letting go of kind of this struggle, whatever you're struggling with. It's just letting go of it, okay? Be secure in your own emotions, okay? Be in control of your own emotions and your own self-worth. And that's challenging you, and you're just over-focusing on problems, on other people's stuff, on a lot of your own stuff, things that you don't need to be doing. Just stop doing them, okay? And what's blessing you? Oh, you've got the 10 of Swords. Okay, this is something that's definitely over and done with, okay, for some of you. For some of you, it might be a relationship, okay, that's come to an end. You've come to the end of a road with this relationship, I'm feeling. Okay, it's over and done with. But whenever we get an ending, we get a new beginning. Okay, so don't be fearful of this. Sometimes it's, you need to get things, it says recognize your own value. And if you haven't been recognizing your own value, you're kind of stuck here thinking that, everything's like rubbish and you've lost everything, self-worth. Just your challenge is to accept that your own stability, your own emotional worth, that just loving yourself, Scorpio, and stop with the doom and gloom thinking. Stop with this kind of scenario of everything's going to fall apart, nothing's going right. Okay, just put down that burden. What else does Spirit want you to know? Rediscover your zeal. This has come out quite a lot today. Pay attention to the passion you're feeling for discovery, learning, exploration, spirituality, travel, your work or your relationships. Passion and desire go together, especially as inspiration. Okay, so use that kind of energy, Scorpio, and to get passionate about your own worth. Okay, so that's what I've got for you. I hope this helps. Hi Sagittarius, welcome to Dog Star Tarot. This is your full moon in Sagittarius. It's bringing personal revelations and powerful clarity about your next chapter. So, what does Spirit want you to know? What's challenging Sagittarius right now? And what's blessing them, please? What's blessing Sagittarius? Right, so your challenge is, you got the Six of Coins here. I'm feeling, for some of you, this is about, it's often about, it's a karma card for me, that what you give, you receive, okay? Sometimes it's about sharing your resources, but just for some of you, or maybe even one of you, this is about trying to hold on to something that's, you think's within your grasp, but it's not. This isn't about acceptance of some imbalance, okay, with a relationship, I feel, okay? That somebody's doing more giving than the other, or if you both feel you're giving, but it's kind of not enough. There's a gap between you, okay? She challenges to bridge that gap, okay? Especially if it's with regard to a relationship. But it's also about generosity, okay? And generosity of spirit as well, okay? So, yeah, show a little compassion, a little kindness towards other people. And what's blessing you? Oh, you got strength. Okay, what a lovely card. Okay, so yeah, whatever's happening here, you have got strength, and it's a major arcana. So this is spiritual big stuff. So you've got strength on your side. You have got the strength to kind of work your way through this, whether it's, it's something that's a little bit, you feel it's out of your reach, okay? But you will get clarity, okay? And you've got strength to kind of work through this and find a way to connect, or to for the balance to be restored. If there's been balance, if balance hasn't been quite right, things haven't been going your way, you have got the strength to restore that balance. Okay, what else does Spirit want you to know, please and thank you? This is from the Whispers of the Oracle deck. Whispers of the Ocean. sorry. I chose it because I'd just been on holiday, so sort of holiday-ish. It says, be insightful and established. Ground and rebalance your energy. Yeah. Restore the balance. Yeah. Bring your awareness into the now rather than allowing it to occupy the past or the future. Lovely card, that. Okay, so that's what I've got for you, Sagittarius. I hope this helps. Hi Capricorn, welcome to Dogstar Tarot. The full moon is asking you to rest and reflect. Okay, hidden emotions might surface so they can be finally released. So what's your challenge this month? What challenge? Okay. And what's blessing Capricorn, please, and thank you. So your challenge is the Alchemist. Can't remember who else had this. Somebody else, I think it might be Cancer. Not recognising your own worth, I feel. Not recognising that you've got all the skills, you've got the ability. Yeah, you just, stop overthinking, overdoing, stop trying to reinvent the wheel, stop checking the details, stop focusing on the unimportant stuff. I think this is really, because this is your challenge, you're not aware that you have got all the resources you need. You don't need to keep overthinking, okay? Just do it. Just do it, okay? Yeah, I'm just looking at this again. This is about indecision, shall I, shan't I, better check this one, better check that one. Stop it. Okay, your challenge is to just accept that you have all the tools at your disposal. You know what you're doing. You just have a bit more faith, a bit more confidence in yourself. Okay, your blessing. You've got the Five of Cups. I'm not feeling this at all, okay? This is about, why would this be a blessing? I might look in the book, actually, because this is a little bit different to the Rider-Waite, but for me, this is a card of thinking, not focusing on the good stuff, okay? You're too busy thinking, oh, what you've had before and regretting the past and not recognising that that there is still good stuff here, okay? So this is a lot about changing your focus, I think, from being like stuck in a lonely place. It almost looks like an abandoned bride there, doesn't it? Like someone who's been jilted at the altar. I'm going to look in the book. Five of Cups. This is feeling stuck and wallowing in misery. Why would this be a blessing? Okay, you're being asked to shift your perspective about loss and start seeing it as an opportunity for growth. I'm really glad I read from the book. One way is to focus on what works in your life and what brings you peace. You can take on the Sufi practice of recalling something that you're familiar with. It can be a person, an animal, an object, or even something like the colour of a sunset. Take a few moments to taste it, savour it, and sense as if it were present, and accept feeling that gratitude, not just in your mind, but in your very bones, for having the privilege to be able to experience it in your life. Okay? It's embracing the losses of the past so you can move forward with ease. Okay, So, yeah, there is growth and there is potential there, but you've got to let go of the past. You can't keep focusing on what you did have, okay? You have to move out of that and stop overthinking. I'm feeling that really strongly for some of you. Okay, Capricorn, what else does Spirit want you to know? This is from the Whispers of the Ocean Oracle. Okay, we've got this one again. Polite declaration. You can move in whatever direction you need to accomplish your goals. It's time for you to get out there, claim what is yours and stay in your power. And look at that. Is that a crab? I think it is, isn't it? It's so cute. Okay, so that's what I've got for you, Capricorn. I hope this helps. Oops. Hi, Aquarius. Welcome to Dogstar Tarot. The full moon is... the focus this month is on friendships and future goals being activated, aligning with people and visions that inspire growth. So what does Spirit want you to know? What's challenging you? Well, that one's sticking out. That's your challenge. And what's blessing you? What's blessing Aquarius, please and thank you? We've had some strange blessing cards in these readings, so let's see what you've got, Aquarius. So what is your challenge? You've got the Seven of Wands. Okay. You might feel like you're having to defend yourself, that you're feeling that everything, you know, that, yeah, I think it's about just protecting yourself, that you're getting all sorts of everything thrown at you from all directions, people trying to influence you, or kind of get into your personal space. But it's about standing firm in your own beliefs, being comfortable in your own skin and not allowing outside influences to knock you off balance. Okay, so this is about staying strong, you know, being strong against the outside influences, I'm feeling. So that's your challenge. And what's your blessing? Okay, you've got the Six of Cups. This is a nostalgia card, okay, thinking about the past, blessing you. And I think that I feel this could either be someone coming back from your past, something that you've left behind, coming back in a relationship. But I'm also getting it's examine past relationships to see where you've perhaps gone wrong, where you've made a mistake, okay? This is allowing something from the past to help you move forward, to help you in the future, okay? So yeah, for some of you it could be an old love coming back, okay? But because it's a card of nostalgia, don't be... I think it's important not to get too caught up in kind of past romantic ideals of the past, you know, looking at the past through rose-coloured glasses, okay? I'm gonna take another one. Any more advice, please, for Aquarius about this Six of Cups? Nine of Wands, okay. Or Nine of Staffs. Yeah, I think this is she's standing there. She's waiting to welcome somebody. Okay. I'm going to read from the book. Nine of Staffs. I don't know. I'm feeling some kind of sadness here that because this is you've got this nostalgia card. This is blessing you. This is you know, the door's open here. She's keeping the door open. So let's see what it says in the book. Standing guard, resilience and courage, standing your ground, which you've also got here with the Seven of Staffs, okay? So stand your ground, okay? Be courageous. The worst is over and it's time to move on. Don't dwell on the past or allow it to carry a shadow over the present. The woman in this card is not burning incense as a gentle spiritual ritual to purify space. She does it with vengeance and superstition based in fear. Okay, that's interesting. She's convinced that the more she burns, the more incense sticks she burns, the more demons she'll chase away. Is this a familiar scenario? Are you protecting something with a vengeance? That's really interesting take on the Nine of Wands. It does say the worst is over, so that's your blessing, okay? The worst is over. It's in the past. Time to move on, okay? So if you're focusing, don't focus too much on the past is what I'm getting. Leave it there. Move on. Okay, so, let me do a oracle card for you. And this is the Whispers of the Ocean Oracle. Oh, that one dropped out. Where you need to be. I'm just going to read it. It says, acknowledge how you're feeling. Have faith the universe will take care of a current concern by providing the best possible outcome for all involved. Nice one. Okay, so that's what I've got for you, Aquarius. I hope this helps. Hi, Pisces. Welcome to Dog Star Tarot. The full moon is highlighting career and long-term ambitions this month. Recognition or an important turning point may emerge for you. So what's your challenge, please? What's your challenge for Pisces this month? Okay. And what's blessing Pisces, please, and thank you. So your challenge, Two of Coins, okay. This might be about, this is career. It could be like, you know, balancing things in the material world. Could be balancing your finances, balancing the books, you know, having enough money to pay the bills and a little bit extra for the fun things. It's quite a nice card. It looks like there's a good balance here, but it's a challenge. So yeah, if it's particularly because your career and long-term ambitions are highlighted, you're going to have to spend a little bit of time making sure that everything's sorted, you know, that you've got enough money in the bank to pay the bills if you're thinking of making a change or anything. I feel it's highlighting the need for balance. Don't go overboard one way or another. Okay, so that's your challenge. And what's your blessing? Oh, the Eight of Coins. Okay. So definitely about career or money here, which fits in with the theme of the moon for you. This card for me, this blessing is about career progression, okay, for some of you. You might be after a promotion, you might be getting in for a promotion. It's about having done the work, having done your apprenticeship and being ready to move on to the next level. Okay, so, and utilising your skills in the workplace to, you know, to keep this balance. It's been a challenge at the moment. So yeah, it could be a promotion, more money for you at work. So nice cards for you, Pisces. Let's have a look what Spirit wants you to know. If there's anything else Spirit wants you to know. And I'm using the Whispers of the Ocean deck. I keep calling it Whispers of the Oracle. So the Whispers of the Ocean. And you have got Seeing Both Sides. This is interesting because this is about balance, okay, seeing both sides of the equation, which is your challenge. So take a step back and try looking at this from a different perspective. Okay, so with these two cards, I feel that, you know, you might be, different perspective might be moving on here. And look at this, there's a dervish there. I think this is kind of, yeah, there's an open door here, you know, that perhaps you're not seeing. Here, this person's got their head down, like, you know, focusing so hard on keeping things on an even keel. Maybe it's time to just break out of that and move forward, and it looks good for you. So that's what I've got for you, Pisces. I hope this helps. Okay, so that concludes your readings for this full moon in Saggy. I hope that they helped. And as always, I just want to thank everybody who's here, who's been watching, my subscribers, my new subscribers, anyone who's watched and who's commented. I appreciate it more than I can tell you. It means so much to me, and that's why I do it. Just, you know, if it resonates for one person, then it's worth it. So yeah, leave your comments, please. And let me know your zodiac signs. I know most of you who are regular followers or regularly comment, I do know your zodiac signs, because when I'm reading for the collective, it sometimes helps me to focus. If I know someone who's got that star sign, and at the moment, I don't know if I've got any Libras or Pisces watching. So if you're a Libra or a Pisces particularly, can you please leave a comment? Just let me know your star sign, and that you know that you subscribe, because it just, it helps me to focus more if I'm kind of, I just focus on the energy of that star sign when I know that somebody out there watching is an Aries, for example, or a Gemini or whatever else. You know who you are. And I'm not going to name anybody here. But yeah, I think there's only, and maybe a Leo. I don't know if I've got a Leo watching. So Taurus, yeah, I do. And if it's not someone watching, people in my own life, but I don't think I have a Libra particularly. Libra and Pisces are the two that I don't have kind of in my family, my circle of friends. Or if you are watching, I don't know who you are. So yeah, would be helpful for me, but not necessary. I still, you know, I get messages from Spirit, and that's what I'll go with. So yeah, thanks again for being here. If you've been here, you know, and you're listening to this, it's like really lovely that someone wants to listen to me waffling on. So yeah, take care, and I'll be with you again soon. And if you'd like to see something more, I did this reading for Into the Lonely Woods that seemed to resonate for a lot of people. Thinking of doing something like that on a regular basis, because I do full moon and new moon readings regularly, or I try to. But then I've got 2 weeks where I'm not doing anything. So let me know if you want me to do like focus on love or career, or maybe I could do love and career separate readings, or just something for the weeks in between. Or if there's anything, if you'd like me to do pick a card or something like that, something more generic. Pick a card reading, so I quite like them myself. So maybe pick a card reading, or yeah, leave a note in the comments. Let me know if there's anything you'd like me to do specifically. I'd really like to do lives, but I can't do it until I've got 500 subscribers, and I've got quite a way to go yet. So yeah, if you can share my video and do anything to help me get up there, and I can do lives and I can pull cards for you. Or drop me an email. If you want to drop me an email, I will pull cards for you individually if you want. I'm not going to offer to do big readings for you, but I can, because I'm just doing it really for the, you will have to be happy with other people knowing what your reading is. And I do understand that sometimes people are reluctant to comment because it's too personal. So yeah, but if you want me to pull some cards for you, and particularly those people who have subscribed and they comment regularly, I'm quite happy to pull some cards for you and send you a link for a private reading that I won't put on the channel. Well, I won't put a public link on the channel. But I'll do you a 3-card or a 5-card reading. It's not going to be a long reading. But yeah, if you want a full reading, I do have some availability for full readings. So yeah, just let me know. I'm going to shut up now because I'll go on forever and okay, take care everybody, and thanks again for being here. The blessings to all of you.